Hi, Girl Scouts. It's Candice Blair, the Girl Experience Manager for Girl Scouts of Central California South, bringing you how to build a basic first aid kit. So if you're here, hopefully you are completing your steps for the Girl Scouts Love Outdoor Challenge, and you're getting ready for Girl Scouts Love State Parks. I love first aid, and I'll tell you why. Being a Girl Scout really makes you think about how you can be prepared. But even before I worked with Girl Scouts, first aid was a big deal to me. I always had a first aid kit. Now, you might think of first aid kits as being something like this. This is kind of big. You can't exactly put it in your fun little unicorn kitty backpack, right? So I'm going to show you a way that you can create a basic first aid kit out of just a few supplies that'll help you until you can get more help if you need it. All right, so let's begin. This is what you'll need. You're going to need some place to put your first aid kit, okay? So the first aid kit are going to be the things that go in it, and you're going to need some place to put those things. So this is where you can get creative. So you can use any kind of container as long as it has the potential for it to be waterproof. Now, I like to recycle these old pill bottles, but if that's not something that you have readily available or you don't want to carry that around, you can really get creative. Think of an Altoids or like a candy canister. But actually, my favorite thing to carry my basic first aid kit in is just a resealable plastic bag. Now, don't use the one that you took chips on your last picnic to. Get a clean one. And I'll explain why this is actually my favorite container to take my first aid supplies in. So something resealable, as long as it has the potential to be waterproof, believe me, doesn't have to be expensive. Don't go out there and get anything fancy. Look around your house, see if there's something small, sealable, and the potential for it to be waterproof. Check. Next, you're going to need at least one, possibly two, or a few more, adhesive bandages. Now these are actually Band-Aid brand ones. Came out of here. But any brand is fine. We personally like Spider-Man Band-Aids in my house. So, this is your time to maybe get creative too. But also use what you have in your home. At least two adhesive bandages. You want to have some sort of gauze dressing. If you don't have something like this, or this is not available to you, what you can also use are the cotton round pads. So some people use them as like makeup remover pads or nail polish remover. Those work too. All you want to do is be able to have something that you can create a clean barrier in case somebody gets a scrape or something. The next thing you want to do is have some sort of cleaning implement. Now, I actually have an alcohol prep pad here. This came out of this first aid kit here, but you may actually have like some handy wipes. If you can't find these right now, because it's kind of hard to find a lot of the supplies that we use to readily put in our first aid kits, like the handy wipes, like the alcohol pads, just write yourself a note, ask an adult to help you with this. It may be something that you find later on, that's okay too. So something to clean your wound. And if this isn't something that you have, another option would be to put a small bottle of hand sanitizer in your bag. Again, that can be hard to find right now. So do your best for now. What we're looking for is a basic first aid kit, not a perfect one. Now, this is the thing that I feel is the most important, and it is some personal barrier for you to be able to help somebody without exposing yourself to their bodily fluids. So let's say your friend gets a scrape and you want to help her. What you want to do is make sure that you're not coming in contact with her blood and her blood is not coming in contact with your germs. So this is just a pair of nitrile gloves. These, you can actually get these just about anywhere. There was a time when you couldn't get gloves for a little while, but as of lately, I've been able to find them just about everywhere, including Target and Walgreens. So you just need two. in there, your supplies you may need. Any waterproof, recycled kind of container that is resealable. Resealable is important. You don't really want a first aid kit in a bag like this because this will come open in your backpack. Okay, you want to have at least 2 adhesive bandages. Doesn't matter the brand, doesn't matter the character, well, doesn't matter to me. Some sort of clean gauze or cotton object to apply to the wound if you need to. Some implement or cleaning thing to put in your kit. Do your best. You may not be able to find this right now, but I've even found boxes of 100 at the dollar store. So I feel like those were the good old days. But anyway, do your best. And personal protection barriers, so a pair of gloves. So why do I like plastic resealable bags as my favorite thing to put my first aid kit in? Because 1, we can put everything in it. That's nice. But the other reason is when I do first aid, I automatically have a place for anything that has come in contact with bodily fluids. So let's say I am going to help my friend. She fell down while we were hiking and she has a scraped up knee. So I'm going to put my gloves on and I'm going to help my friend. Now I have applied a gauze pad to her wound. I've put a bandage on it and now she's doing better. She's gonna make it to the car. Her mom says she's feeling better. Thank you so much for helping. Now I have these gloves that have her blood on them. We don't wanna just throw them anywhere and we don't wanna keep wearing them because no. So what you wanna do is you wanna learn how to remove your gloves appropriately, but you also want to have somewhere for them to go. Aha. So to take a glove off without exposing yourself to bodily fluids, the best way to do it is to grab the bottom part of your glove and you're going to turn it inside out, just like that. So now the blood's inside or whatever bodily fluid, it's okay. People get car sick, people have accidents, it's all right. Now we're going to take this glove that has the blood in it, and we're going to crumple it up and put it inside this glove. Now we're holding that compromised glove inside, and we're going to go from the outside of this glove right here, and we're going to seal this up. Okay, so now that dirty glove is inside, the other dirty glove is inside out, so we're not going to expose ourselves. And now we're going to take our resealable bag and we're going to put those gloves inside here. And you know what? You should put any other things that have come in contact with blood that need to be thrown away in that bag as well. And you're going to seal it up just like that. And for my older girls and my adults, make sure you're going to write biohazard on this bag, and then you can actually just throw it in your own trash, depending on your city. Don't leave it on the trail. Don't be leave no trace, remember. But by writing biohazard on there, it lets those that are actually distributing our trash and such know that please don't keep this, okay? That is your basic first aid kit. Now, I don't know if you've ever seen one of these little pill bottles recycled into a first aid kit, but they really are quite handy. They fit quite a few things, including all of our basic supplies. Really handy. But I know that once we go back to on-campus learning for most girls, they're not going to allow you to carry something like this in your backpack. So probably the Ziploc, the resealable bag works better for you. So that's it. That's your basic first aid kit. I hope that you have much success with this kit and that you don't ever have to use it, but you'll have it handy. All right, Girl Scouts, make the world a better place, and I can't wait to see you again.